I didn't expect August to be a bit better than expected. Not really better, but I honestly wish that more can be done. In terms of videos, I only wish it can be improved upon. But what you guys know that another month means more work to be done. So, shall we get started on this? Because I really should, all things considered. The name's MegamanNG. I welcome you to my monthly update for September 2025. Summer is near its end, and to be fair, it's not as good as last year though. But we're forming for the fall. The next few months are going to be intense, but I want to make sure that you guys are aware of what's about to go down. Have a seat, grab a snack, plus a drink. You're in for the long haul, I tell you. Okay, I know you guys may probably get sick of me saying this, but here's the thing. I don't care. I'm doing what I can, doing what I must to keep my channel above water. Before we begin, I do want to say that if you enjoy my content on this channel, please be sure to do these 5 simple things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. That's all you need to do, considering YouTube has changed to make this kind of thing, kind of engagement mandatory. I'm dead serious right here. The watch time for August has not changed one bit. I am dead serious. Yes, I said that already, but it's a habit. Almost 80% of our watch time has been from non-subscribers. The rest, you know. As of this update, because things may most likely change, this channel has approximately 45,918 subscribers. Even in spite of everything, this channel is still going. I'm hoping that by the end of the year, we hit 46K. I know growth on this channel has been rather slow, but hey, I'm doing whatever possible to keep things going. As I mentioned earlier, YouTube has changed things so that stuff such as liking and commenting are mandatory engagement. It's not a bonus. Without them, your channel's dead in the water. Your support means a lot, and I promise you that I will do everything I can to make things worth your while. If there's a word to sum up how August has been, it's this. Hectic. Absolutely hectic, to say the least. But just in case you want to know, here's a lowdown of what I did for the month. First is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. This came out at the end of July, and you know I couldn't resist covering a game like that. To be honest, we haven't had a 2D Ninja Gaiden game in a long time. I'm thankful we have this, but I swear this game can be a challenge and a half. But honestly, if you haven't picked up this game, you really should. It's challenging, but really fun. Replay value on this is high, and I only hope we get another game like this because seriously, it's that good. Next is the Gex Trilogy. This was requested by Big Gammy 007, and as I mentioned in last month's update, I already finished it. But according to my YouTube channel, the playthrough was done in August. I had fun playing this game, but the game was a challenge to go through, especially since I wanted to 100% all 3 games. I did that and then some. I'm a masochist. If someone paid me to 100% a game, I'd do it. No questions asked. If you think I'm full of crap, put your money where your mouth is and donate. I'll do it. I recommend this trilogy if you've never played the original Gex games. Just know that you're going to be in for a hell of a ride. Next is Yakuza 4 Remastered. This is difficult for me to say because I did make progress, but it got sidetracked. Not once, but twice. The first was Ragebound, and the second is another game that I will be talking about later. I recorded up to part 29 and I have it all saved up. If you guys want, I could upload the rest of what I did so far. I know that they don't do well, but here's the truth, I don't care. I love the Yakuza series and I vow to continue with it. Except that this won't be a year of Yakuza. I'll explain why in the next chapter, but suffice to say, derailing can really throw me off in more ways than one. Next is Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. When I heard that Nintendo of America denied the release of the Rebirth trilogy and Code Z due to violating content guidelines, I was pissed. But thank God for East Asia Soft to come in with the clutch. And since I got the Japanese versions, I couldn't resist getting them. Plus, I get to play them in English. So I did. And I've already covered the game, the first one, from start to finish. My only problem was that I rushed it when I really shouldn't. As of this video, I have already completed the game and got both endings. I want to mention two things. First, shoutouts to East Asia Soft and Play Asia for making this possible. Seriously, I respect these guys now even more. Second, if you plan on playing this game, please take your time with it. Don't rush it. You'll miss out on a lot of stuff, and you won't get that opportunity again until New Game Plus. Aside from that, I had a lot of fun, and I know you guys will too. I still want to stick it to NOA and NOE for their idiocy. Last but not least is Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. This game came out a few days ago, and if there is a word to sum it up, it's this. Bloody awesome. This game is simply perfection. Well, why? It's Shinobi, but it's also a Metroidvania. It has a Metroidvania feel, and I love it. I have covered some of it so far, but I'm not done. Far from it. I know for a fact that there's going to be a post-game where I will find everything and I will 100% every single area. When that happens, then it will truly feel complete. If you haven't picked up this game, please do so. I'm seriously recommending it. That's basically August in a nutshell. It was hectic, but I have a feeling it's going to get even more hectic come this month. Seriously, it's going to be insane to say the least. This one is a big one for obvious reasons. So much I have to do and not a lot of time to get it all out. I'm doing all I can. Or rather, I'm doing what I can since honestly, I'm only one person. I can't stress that enough. Let's just get on with what you're about to see for the month of September. First is Neptunia Rebirth 1. As of today, I am officially done with the game. The playthrough itself will be ending in a matter of days. I'm serious, it's 20 parts long. Part 19 will show the normal ending, whereas the finale will show the true ending. I do this to spite Nintendo of America along with Nintendo of Europe for their hypocritical guidelines. They wouldn't care, but I'm doing it regardless. That and my backlog isn't going to empty itself. Next is Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. I'm making a lot of progress, no joke. But what I am going to say is that there will be a post-game. I mentioned that already. Why? Because I want to make sure that I complete every area in the game with 100% completion. If I can do that for every level, good. Because I want to make sure I also cover the extra boss for the game. I will say is that this game is an immediate recommendation. There is no joke with that here. I hope you look forward to the rest, because it's going to get wild, to say the least. Next is Yakuza 4 Remastered. This one may have to be put on hold again, but I'm going to try and see if I can upload the rest because I don't want to prolong it. Don't get me wrong, I want to go back and finish it, but there are so many games coming up that it's not funny. Here's the plan. I'm going to upload the rest of what I have starting tomorrow. Once that's done, it'll be on hold until the load is lightened. However, this load isn't going to lighten. What can I say? What I can say is that from here on out, this is no longer the year of Yakuza for my journey. From this point onwards, it's simply known as my Yakuza journey. The objective is the same, to cover every single entry in the series, including a game I think I might want to try. Yeah, that Fist of the North Star game that RGG Studios did. It's that I can't get things done in a year. Seriously, I just can't. Now we reach the good stuff. First is Hollow Knight, Silk Song. We waited 6 years for this. 6 long years for this game. Come this week, it's happening. A full playthrough of Hollow Knight Silk Song. I mean, I did Hollow Knight way back in 2019 or so because I wanted to have a little bit of fun, but now things are going to get quite insane. I know for a fact that you'll look forward to it. I will ensure that I persevere and will get it done. And the best part? It's $20. You cannot go bloody wrong with that. Next is Neptunia Rebirth 2, Sister's Generation. I finished Neptunia Rebirth 1, and you know I'm going to end up doing the sequels. And it begins with Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2. Basically, it's a remake of the original Hyperdimension Neptunia V2 that was released on the PS3. The funny thing is that you can still get the original 2 sequels, V2, as well as Neptunia V, but the original, you can't. I don't know why. Either way, a full playthrough will be happening for sure. It's actually Mark II. My bad. It's Hyperdimension Neptunia Mark II, and the third one is Neptunia V. So I kind of messed up on that. Apologies. A full playthrough will be happening. However, I'm going to take my time with it. I'm not going to rush it out because I want to make sure I get it done. But it all depends on how things play out. And the last one is Pac-Man World 2 Repack. You guys know I did the first Pac-Man World Repack and was able to 100% it. Guess what? I'll be doing it again. So yeah, that's probably until near the end of September, but the point still stands. It's going to happen, and you guys know it's going to be quite the ride. I wouldn't be surprised if Pac-Man World 3 gets the repack treatment. And knowing Namco Bandai, they'll probably do it. You never know. This is a big one to say the least, and my schedule is going to be tighter than anything else. All I ask is for your patience. Please don't forget that I'm only one person who can only do so much here on YouTube. Besides, it's not like I have much else to do anyway. Time for the obligatory playthrough request update. What I am going to say, it's going to be on hold for a little while because yes, September is going to be packed. I apologize, but things are going to get intense right now. Very intense. The requests are still open. And if you're wondering, so I just wanted to get it out of the way right now. I don't want to get a comment or two saying that if I've forgotten because I haven't. Trust me. If I get flack for this, I really don't care. If you're interested in wanting me to cover a game on my channel, please donate to my PayPal. Links down below. Just remember one thing. This ain't mandatory. It never is. Donate only if you feel that I am worth your time. If you do, I promise not to disappoint. It does mean a lot, given what I need to do to keep this channel going. It's almost about to be 19 years now. Now, to be honest, I really didn't want to do a real talk, but given the recent news so far, I need to provide my 2 cents. This is the first of 2, not 3, just 2. The first is about censorship absurdity. I don't know why, but censorship is becoming absolutely absurd. Ever since the United Kingdom implemented the Online Safety Act, other places and companies want to implement these kinds of things. Their reasoning is all for the sake of protecting the children when it's not. It's about control, surveillance. It's about ridding anonymity, and I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. I know, I talked about it last month, but I gotta do it again for the sake of it. YouTube to me really had to go all in with the whole AI age verification thing. The whole thing is a bad idea and they ended up implementing it anyway, but it didn't end there. Payment processors are really bringing the hammer down on innocent people. And all I can say is, what the hell? What the hell's going on? I mean, these guys shouldn't be the ones to decide what we should spend our money on. I mostly spend my money on video games, but I worry for everyone else who use it as a means of a livelihood. It's just messed up. Why else do you think that I mostly use stuff like gift cards? No way am I handing my credit card info to companies like that. Nah, to me it's a safer alternative. And besides, that's how I do things. Also, forgive my language, but collective shout can take a collective shit. But I have to ask, what do you guys think of all this? How do you feel about what's going on right now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This one's a short one, the next one, but I'm going to be as blunt as I can be. Real Talk 2 is on modern gaming and why it sucks. Seriously, it just is. Modern gaming is always about companies trying to tick check boxes, please investors and shareholders, etc., and exploit their consumers. Nowadays, it's never about making games for people that want to buy them. It's about trying to get as much money as they possibly can. Games like Fortnite are made for the sake of people spending money. And I don't spend any money on Fortnite. The same can be said for Roblox, and if you're wondering, I don't play that. I ain't gonna talk about that either. That's a whole other can of worms right there. Not out by the fact that some game developers really hate gamers. I mean, if anything, they make games just to make us feel spiteful. I miss when gaming felt fun. Felt like you bought something that you know you'll enjoy. Especially it's made by people that had an actual talent, an actual desire to make games fun. Now it doesn't have that same feeling. Nowadays, games are either released buggy or broken, require updates, or they're just made out of spite. And less said about the game key cards, the better. There's no heart, no soul, none of that. It's just slop. It's kind of why I just don't feel like buying any of these modern games. They aren't gaming. They're just crap. Smaller games like indies are my kind of jam. And considering that Silksong is dropping soon, I'm hyped for that. Very hyped. To be fair, there are some games that I am looking forward to, such as Legend ZA, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD, and others. I have certain tastes. Why else do you think I decided to do a playthrough of Neptunia Rebirth 1? Because I want to stick it to Nintendo of America for not giving us these games. They won't care, but like I said, I do it because it's my choice. After all, it's not like my backlog is going to get any bigger, you know? Getting this done was a pain. Grinding up in New Game Plus on Neptunia Rebirth 1 don't help matters either, but it don't matter. It seriously doesn't. Besides, I have more fun playing and reviewing games than dealing with what's happening. So yeah, that's it for this update. It's not much, but I gotta make sure I have it up to say the least. If that isn't a reason, then I don't know what is. Either way, if you've made it this far, thanks for watching this update. It really means a lot, honestly. I always say it many times over, and I will say it again. If you enjoyed my video, or any of my content, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell. It helps a lot, especially hitting that thumbs up button. I actually want this in every single video to do well on the algorithm. More people liking and sharing means I can get this video out there. Do you want to be more awesome? Please consider becoming a channel member. We have 2 members still, and I wish we could have more. Besides, more members means you guys get shoutouts at the end of every video I upload. It's only $5 a month. And to this guy who donated to my Ko-fi, thank you. Seriously, I have no words, and I promise you I will get FF Tactics, the Evil East Chronicles. Now, if only I could fulfill the rest of that Ko-fi goal, which is like $35. But if you can't become a member, you can always donate to my PayPal. Playthrough requests are open if you're interested. So if you want, you can donate there. Please be sure to read everything in the description. This is MegamanNG signing off. Peace out. We're already 3/4 into the year. I only hope the rest of the year can be better, and I only hope we can reach 46K. But you never know.